The silent cost of mastitis, preventing losses through hygiene and nutrition. Mastitis quietly erodes profitability in both dairy herds and ewe flocks. In dairy cows, it lowers milk yield, drives up treatment and culling costs, and impacts welfare. In ewes, mastitis reduces milk for lambs, slows growth, and often goes unnoticed until losses add up. Across both species, early detection and good prevention are key to protecting productivity and animal welfare. Clean environments are one of the cornerstones of mastitis prevention. In dairy herds, the condition of the bedding has a direct impact on udder health. Wet, dirty, or poorly maintained bedding creates the perfect breeding ground for environmental pathogens like Escherichia coli and Staphylococcus aureus. Moisture is a powerful driver of bacterial growth. When udders come into contact with damp bedding, the bacterial load on the teat surface can increase within hours, raising the risk of both clinical and subclinical mastitis. In ewes, the environment around lambing plays a huge role in mastitis risk. Dirty lambing pens, contaminated soil, and wet, poorly maintained bedding expose ewes to major pathogens: Staphylococcus aureus, Mannheimia hemolytica, E. coli, and Truparella pyogenes. Research consistently shows that when the lambing environment isn't clean, the risk of early lactation mastitis climbs sharply. And that doesn't just affect the ewe, it directly impacts lamb survival, milk intake, and early growth rates. In dairy cows, protecting the teat end is one of the most effective ways to prevent new mastitis infections. Good milking routines, like thorough pre-milking cleaning, proper stripping, and consistent post-dipping, all reduce bacterial entry. Any teat end damage dramatically increases susceptibility risk. In sheep, mastitis is driven far more by lamb behavior and teat integrity than by equipment. Sharp lamb teeth, a single large lamb favoring one side, or poor udder and teat conformation can all cause tiny injuries that open the door to infection. Research consistently shows that poor teat end condition and udder asymmetry significantly increase the risk of both clinical and subclinical mastitis. Bedding quality strongly influences environmental mastitis risk. In dairy cows, damp bedding dramatically elevates coliform counts. In ewes, mastitis peaks occur shortly after lambing. Research indicates that early lactation mastitis in ewes is associated with wet bedding, muddy lambing paddocks, and high bacterial exposure during the first 3 weeks postpartum. Higher stocking density increases ewe-ewe contact and contamination of teats and udders, especially in indoor lambing systems. Nutrition shapes udder immunity in both cattle and sheep. Vitamin E and selenium improve neutrophil function, the first line of defense against infection, and reduce clinical mastitis severity. Trace minerals such as zinc and copper strengthen epithelial barriers and modulate inflammation. Cows in negative energy balance have impaired leukocyte migration and higher susceptibility to mastitis. In ewes, mineral deficiencies, especially in selenium, zinc, and copper, weaken immune defenses, increasing the risk of mastitis after lambing. Research emphasizes that ewes in low body condition score or under nutritional stress at lambing have a measurably higher risk of mastitis and poor lamb growth outcomes. Early detection prevents major losses. In dairy cows, rising somatic cell counts, abnormal foremilk, or changes in udder firmness are early signs of intramammary infection. For ewes with lambs, somatic cell count interpretation must be based on meat or wool sheep research, not dairy sheep thresholds. Studies in non-dairy ewes show that somatic cell count rises sharply during clinical mastitis, but normal somatic cell count values are naturally more variable due to suckling. Research emphasizes behavioral cues, Ewes that avoid suckling show udder heat, asymmetry, or lameness often have early-stage mastitis. Research reports that many ewes with clinical mastitis show systemic signs, including fever and reduced mobility, and that early palpation is key. The silent cost of mastitis appears through lost milk, slower lamb and calf growth, udder damage, veterinary bills, and animal welfare challenges. But practical steps, clean bedding, good hygiene, strong nutrition, healthy teat condition, and early detection significantly reduce risk. Whether you farm sheep or dairy cows, consistent management protects animals and improves productivity.